Good morning, everyone out there. It is Thursday, 11:04 a.m. I just wanted to do a quick update talking about some of you that follow me on Facebook and know me personally know that I had a fainting episode the other day. I passed out. I want to explain a little bit what happened. First of all, backstory. When I was a little kid, my earliest memory was going to the pediatrician. I can actually remember this. I mean, I was like maybe 3, I guess, going to the pediatrician, and they took blood out, and I used to watch them take it out, and I can remember them saying, "She is so brave," and I was just watching it. Then, same pediatrician one day, I can remember, said, "Look at this ring, this pretty ring." He had a ring on his finger. I looked at the ring and wham! Vaccination. That was part 1 of my brain freaking out from surprise pain and needles. Then fast forward to when I was about 9 years old, and I had an asthma attack, and I had to be rushed to the hospital, and my grandparents went to sign me in to admit me, and I was all alone in this room, and they were poking me with needles. I was flat on my back. They're poking me with needles, just randomly sticking an IV in me. Even took blood or stuck a needle or something out of my groin area. I was 9. And also, I'd be randomly woke up in the middle of the night. They'd grab my arm, jab a needle in it, take blood, and then leave. Okay. I first knew there was something really wrong when I was a sophomore in high school in Illinois, and we were supposed to take blood out of our finger and look at it under a microscope. I was sitting at my table, my lab table. I started to feel a little odd. I didn't want to do it. You'd have to walk up there, they'd stick your finger. Next thing I know, they're picking me up off the floor. I had passed out, fallen back on my lab stool, and I don't know if I hit my head on the lab table of the counter or not. And then from then on, every time I was called to take blood, I'd pass out. I mean, they could not get blood because they said that I would flail my arm up. I was passed out. I feel this buzz, and this happened at school. I had times when I felt like I was going to pass out at school again. Just getting a blood test. The worst was when I was married. No, I don't think I was married yet. Me and Chris were going out. We were engaged, and I had a blood test in Dallas, because I was still living in Dallas. So, and it was just a tiny little needle, and it didn't hurt, and it was quick. I laid down. I thought it was fine, and the next thing I knew, they were picking me up off the floor. I had rolled off the exam table, face down on the floor, busted my nose wide open. Didn't break my nose, but blood everywhere, 2 black eyes. I mean, it was just, I could have died. I could have easily done a Janis Joplin, pushed my nose up into my brain. All I know is I laid back down, and that was it. So I came to the conclusion that I did the best when I wasn't thinking about what was going on with my arm. So I'd have Chris come and talk to me during the, and I'd been okay. Well, this past Monday, Tuesday. It was Tuesday. Okay, so I went in. He was there. He didn't even get a chance to say much of anything. It was so quick. the lady, she didn't even have me grab the little ball to clench. She just stuck the tourniquet, did it. She was kind of rough, but it didn't really hurt. And literally, they took 2 vials, and apparently, they get blood really fast because I get really nervous and my blood goes quick. So it was like, I don't know, less than a minute. And it was over. Well, she was in a hurry and wasn't really... One of the worst 2 things that get me to pass out is when they are changing the vial and they wiggle the needle when it's in my vein. Oh, it's not that it hurts, it's that sensation. I will pass out like so quick. The other thing is when they take the needle out and they don't put anything on it, my brain immediately sees blood squirting out of my arm in my imagination. So she got done, she put a little bit of pressure on, then she put loosely a cotton ball and just haphazardly on there, and I could feel there was no pressure at all. I'm thinking, okay. Well, sure enough, I got up and I make the mistake of looking at it, and there's a big old clot of blood, and so I said, that's not on there really good. So another nurse comes with a pressure bandage. I kid you not, a pressure bandage. Big old gauze, pressure bandage. And she rolls it around my arm and to the point where it's cutting off the circulation. And I'm like, okay, that's not what I wanted either. I just wanted them to put a Band-Aid on there, put it on the puncture wound. It was next to the puncture wound, not over the puncture wound. So I've already got my brain seeing blood spot and, So I'm waiting for the receptionist or the person behind the computer to come and, log me out and set an appointment for the follow-up. I start feeling hot everywhere. Okay, so I'm going to go and sit down while Chris finishes up. I sit down. Okay, I think I'm okay. I get in the car. My head starts buzzing. Uh-oh. Okay. I put my head down in between my knees. It passes. I take a drink of water. It comes again. It goes again. I figure, okay. And this is where I made the mistake. I figure, okay, it's gone. Because I was really tired. I didn't have any caffeine because it was fasting blood work. Took my seat, kicked it back a little bit, closed my eyes. All I remember is, and this is why I hate passing out. And it's not the passing out that I notice, it's the coming to that is the worst feeling that I've ever experienced. It is so scary. Okay, it's like my point of consciousness it feels like my consciousness is floating around, literally like it's floating up on the ceiling somewhere, and I'm trying to get it to, it's like my consciousness is doing this. And then I start, it's like I get an idea or I get a thought, but I can't grab hold of the thought. It's like these snippets of thoughts, images, voices just get scrambled and they start bouncing around. And I get this feeling like I'm trying to swim up to the surface. And I'm trying to grab onto a thought. I feel fear. I feel like I'm drowning or something. I don't know how to describe it. It is the freakiest feeling and I hate it above all of everything. Oops. I got something in the mail. Hang on and I'll see what it is. I got Okay, I'm not going to open this right now because maybe that'll be another reveal. I know what it is. It's sheet sets. I got a sheet set from the scanning thing that I do. I ordered a sheet set for the bed. So we got new sheets. That's what that is. Anyway. Alright, so that's all I know is I'm feeling this. Part of me is going, okay, part of me is like, the first conscious thought is, what's going on? What's going on? What's happening? Where am I? Where am I? What's happening? Another part of my brain is saying, oh my God, I passed out. I can't believe it. I gotta come to. I gotta come to. And I'm like struggling. So eventually I hear a person's voice, and it's always Chris going, Amy, 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 you okay? Amy, Amy, Amy. Finally come to, open my eyes. I realize I passed out. I feel like I'm going to throw up. I had to grab a thing and I almost threw up. I felt bile coming out. And something else almost happened. Thank goodness it didn't. We were in the car. And he said that I didn't go white. I went red. I looked like somebody was choking me. And then I started flailing my arms. So, yeah, that was really not pleasant. So now when I get a blood test, not only does he have to talk me through it, but they got to make sure they put that thing on and that I cannot see blood. I cannot think blood after they put in my brain is. So that's what happened. I'm fine. I have to have the perfect phlebotomist to do this. I mean, if they screw up one thing, that's it. So that's what happened. I'm going to post this and just want to let you all know I'm okay. And I did get one heck of a bruise. I can't turn my arm around. She got my vein really bad, but it didn't hurt. Just screwed that thing in my brain. So, and I learned how to make espresso pretty good. As you can see, I had 2 double shots. I had basically 4 shots of espresso. No? I think I had more like 8 shots of espresso. I'm like wired right now. I'm wide awake. I'm learning how to pull a shot of espresso and become my own barista. So, all right, y'all have a blessed day.